What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today, guys, I saw this article that was quite disturbing on the Shade Room. And of course, there being a slew of ladies going around doing podcasts as of late. You have like Lala Anthony's been on the podcast circuit. Let's say Megan Good's been on the TV circuit, podcast circuit. And another person who's been on the podcast circuit is Amber Rose. Now, Amber Rose recently was offering to eat some booty cheeks to go to the Super Bowl. Of course, she doesn't have $50,000 to pay for Super Bowl tickets because she's probably broke now. So she was offering, and she said that was a joke, right? But she stopped by this particular podcast associated with Sony, and it's called High Flow with Emrata, or High Low with Emrata. And on this podcast that can be heard specifically on Sony, something came about, and it was about her 9-year-old son. Now, the 9-year-old son, I believe, has found out that Amber Rose is on OnlyFans. Okay, so this is something that's very interesting. It's not like, she told him that he was on OnlyFans. She said somebody told him your mom is on OnlyFans. All right. Now, and her response to this was, it was during the pandemic I had to work. Right? Let me just say this. Let me say this. Again, before I kind of break this down, I want to look at some of Amber Rose's counterparts, because Amber Rose doesn't really do anything as far as, talent or skill is concerned. She is a model first and foremost, which is talent in itself. But I mean, like, she's not a singer, she's not an artist or anything like that. And a person that could be compared to her is Kim Kardashian. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because Kim Kardashian is also a model. She does appearances, club appearances, been doing that for a long time. She's a socialite. Now, obviously, Amber Rose is considered black and won't have as much as opportunity, but Amber Rose, for a period of about 10 to 15 years, was very hot in the industry, especially like late 2000s. It was like crazy. Everybody was on Amber Rose. So the question is, once the pandemic came in 2020, why didn't you have any investments? So at 37, you were not on OnlyFans, weaving, selling, and booty clapping it up. Why? You had a run of about, at that time, 12 years in the industry. You have dated every rapper alive, almost. I don't know which ones are true. You even were married to Wiz Khalifa. You had Kanye West, 21 Savage. Then this guy, Alexander, Edwards, who, I probably got more money than him. But let's get back to the other things. You had your opportunities. You saw all of these people going into the industry. Like, look at 50 Cent. Rapper, producing power. Okay? Kim Kardashian goes into different industries, leggings, all of this. What did you do with your money? Because you never saw Kim Kardashian going on OnlyFans. The reality is that Amber Rose is a bad mismanager of money. If you look at a lot of the people like Black China, very similar. Bad mismanager of money. Will not do anything right. And then at the same time, you talk about all of this trauma you've had for every person that you dated. You talk about all of this trauma from, Kanye, this trauma from Wiz Khalifa, 21, all of these people that have destroyed your life, yet you destroyed almost everything that you had the opportunity to get into. Fashion, modeling, all the industries. You could have owned a part of the industry. So you could have basically did something to the point where your son would never have to know that you're on OnlyFans. Now, granted, Kim Kardashian's kids will know that she had that booty clapping sound thing with Ray J, but you had the opportunity. But then you had to tell him that you're on OnlyFans. And this is what he said. Mommy had to work. You want to go to night school, Six Flags, Universal travel. Mommy has to make money. Well, why does mommy have to also make money? Because mommy can't stay in a relationship with a man that will help her build a life, like with your father. How about that? See, mommy can explain everything except for why mommy's a single mom in the first place. Because mom, in the case of Amber Rose, will destroy things for the kid. And again, a lot of these people don't think about that. People are making fun of these kids at these schools, and they're telling them, hey, your mom is starting it up. Your mom's on OnlyFans. Like, we had I don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to just be real. When I was in high school, I had a history teacher, beautiful lady. She's actually a white lady, right? Older, but beautiful. Come to find out, there was a real big rumor. She was in a porn tape. All right. And it just so happened that the daughter was a student at the school. So, and I believe that it had to be true, because every time you heard about that, it was like, and I was going to private school at this time. Imagine, this is the 90s. So now, you know, and maybe everybody didn't have access, and the internet at the time was not so robust like it is now. It's crazy now. And these people don't think about their kids' futures. So she went and told them that, you know, mommy was a stripper in the past and all this stuff. And when you look at having respect for women, and I just want to kind of go on to this tangent. And guys, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell on this channel, right? How do black men, or men in general, start to have a respect or lack of respect for women? The mother is the first introduction to that for a man. If your mom is a respectful woman and your mom carries herself in a way that is respectable, I will tell you as a man, it helps in how you talk, how you look at women. But if your mother is not a woman that you feel needs to be respected, it changes your personality and your outlook towards women. Oh yes, it does. We don't want to talk about it, but oh yes, it does. If your grandmother is an upstanding woman, not saying she's a perfect woman, but if she's upstanding, she treats you nice, you also want to treat other women nice. Let me just say this. My mother wasn't always perfect, but mom was perfect enough that as I got older and as I got grown, I wanted to be a man that took care of a woman, that take care of women, because of my mother, because of my grandmother, because of the kind of women they were. They were not perfect. They made mistakes, but my mom never put me in a situation where somebody have to say, you know what, your mom's doing this and that. She never embarrassed me to that point. Okay? Never embarrassed me to that point. Never to tell me mama has to make money, so I got to go bounce the booty at the club tonight. All right? Then when your son gets grown and he's doing this and he don't respect women, like these rappers, they kids don't respect women. And you wonder why. Look at their daddy. Look at it. Look at how he acts. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.